Hey, what's up everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so I'm wearing this shirt that I never wear, man. It's because it's so damn hot. Even though it turned out it's a little too small. It's not really my style. I don't know why I liked it when I bought it, but whatever the case may be, that's what I'm wearing, man. I don't know. It don't really sit on me the way I wanted to, but I've run out of light clothes. So it ain't gonna be me walking around in too much black when this sun is beaming like this. It's supposed to get as hot as 91 today. Today is the day I gotta pay for the room. Thank God, thank my uncle for making sure the money's there. What I plan on doing right now is taking the charger back that I purchased from the Hollywood Target that I often go to. Because it's not the right one, man. I checked to see if it was the right one. Going into my phone, it was, but it doesn't go into my phone jack. The AC adapter, it's the wrong one for that. So I should have checked both sides, but whatever the case may be, I'm gonna take this thing back to Target, come back with the money, pay them, and that'll be it. So that's my day, man. It's not gonna be as hot today. I thought it was gonna be upwards of a 96, 97, but it says the high today is gonna be 91, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, man, it's just feeling good. I think some of the working out that I've been doing all week is really paying off in terms of my overall feelings. Physical feeling. Starting to see little dents in my stomach starting to pop up again. You know, I've been doing a lot of ab work and stuff like that in the room, extra stretching and stuff like that. So the beginning stages of getting back to where I want to be is underway. I can definitely feel that. Even as I'm walking right now, I feel a lot lighter on my feet. So this is overall, I'm okay, man. What else is going on? I don't really know what to say. It's just a summertime day when you consider my situation's fine. I'm very pleased that I'm doing well. I know some people that are not, though, and one of the things that I promised my friend B I would talk about is what's going on in Houston. Essentially, they've been without power, man. the politicians out there seem like crooks to me. That's what I will say. Seem like some crooks to me. People out there, from what I understand, the power company, you know, has a website that's supposed to allow you to know where power is on and where power is off. From what I understand, they snatched that off the internet entirely, so people can't really tell where their power, where they can go to plug up stuff if the power is out. You got heat wave and, if I'm not mistaken, hurricane coming at the same time. So you got like a hot hurricane or something weird weather fusion happening down there, and these people are without power. So fortunately enough, my friend, her and her family, their power got turned back on. They were one of the first ones that had power turned back on, but her mom, her brother, and her cousin, where they're staying, they still out of power in this heat and with this disaster taking place. So it's like definitely got concerns going on down there. My people in Texas, fortunately enough, most of my family, they're in a different part of Texas right now that's not being affected by any of this. So I'm very fortunate. My sister's out of harm's way. My boy Q is out of harm's way. But my girl B and her family, they're in Houston, and that's where all this nonsense is happening. So, you know, when you consider that, just ask for people to raise awareness for what's going on in Texas. You know, that power grid situation has been a problem for a long time. I guess my loose understanding of what it is that the state of Texas is on an entirely different power system than the rest of the country that's connected to one another. All of us on the same power grid, but Texas got their own thing going on, and because of it, when power goes out, they're relying upon the company that they work with to keep them on. They don't seem to be run right. That's what it seems like to me. They just don't, for whatever reason, they can't seem to keep the power on, especially when things are extreme. You know, it's about 4 years ago with some extreme cold weather. People were freezing to death in their own beds because the power wasn't on. Now you got extreme heat weather and people are without power. 1.3 million people, from what I understand, are without power. It's like, yo, should it not be a federal thing that Texas get on board with the rest of us in regards to power? Should that not be something that our country studies? Because at the end of the day, have already lost lives to this. American lives. I know how much American lives mean to American government. They don't care nothing about Palestinian lives or Yemeni lives, anything like that. But when it comes to our own taxpayers, there's some good old-fashioned American people down there who don't have no power. Should not that be a priority to ensure that they have it? So I don't know, man. I just think, as I told my friend, she has some voting to do and get some people out, some governors, some people, treasury people, somebody. They need to replace some of them people, because it's very obvious to me that somebody's pocketing money and not doing what they're supposed to be doing with it. That part is obvious. The budget ain't going where it should be budgeted. And so, yeah, that's what I want to say, man. People out there dealing with a lot. A lot of people who don't have a lot dealing with no power and extreme temperatures. And this is happening often. This is not just once or twice. Every couple of months, she's telling me she's been without power. As recently as 2 months ago, we were talking about this. Her family didn't have power on for like 3-4 days straight. You know, they couldn't. They need to get power generators, but people are poor. They don't have generators. And from what I understand, they're not necessarily safe for apartment buildings to have generators like that. So it's just a lot of things that work against them, and they don't have reliable power out there because of how the state operates. So, and they're being given the runaround when they try to get some information. It's just a lot of nonsense that should not be taking place. So I tell people, man, maybe some people follow me in Texas, praying for y'all, man, because y'all situation is, and I know y'all want to be your own country. A lot of y'all in Texas really genuinely believe they're their own country, but you know, when it comes to this power thing, y'all should be on board with everybody else in the state, man. Everybody else in the country, rather, should be on the same power source so you don't have these type of problems, so that you can have people coming out there to fix your situation directly. You know, instead of waiting for outside companies who may not even be in the state, from what I understand, who are going to be on standby allegedly to help, but never actually show up on time for people to not lose power. It's a lot of weird stuff that only Fourth understand. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of power outages in Houston as we speak, and people are having no air conditioning, no way to, use their ovens and stuff like that. And you can imagine the heat that they're dealing with in Texas, on top of the hurricane storm, whatever the heck is coming in this weird heat. So, you know, it's just some people suffering right now, and that's something that we need to be thinking about and doing something about, amongst other things, to say the least. But as I promised my girl B, I would talk about this. This is something that needs to be addressed. And so prayers out to those in Texas, particularly the Houston area, out of power. There's a lot going on. I just hope that you guys can come around and vote the people out who need to be voted out. That's what I'm saying. Vote some people the hell out. Come together, get what you need done for your city and your state, because as long as the wrong people are in control of stuff, they're gonna always allow for you to suffer while they pocket the money. They ain't gonna even be in the state without a power. You wanna understand, the governor wasn't even in the country while all this was going on. It's like, come on, man. At some point in time, we can look at the corrupt politicians, then we gotta look at ourselves for voting these people in, or neglecting to vote at all. I mean, it's the truth. Even myself, I'm not big on voting locally, but when you see stuff like this, it just reminds you that you want your voice heard one way or another, man. You want your voice heard. You want to make up the overall consensus of what the sentiment should be for the betterment of your community. If it don't count toward change, at least it can be recorded as people wanted change. And maybe that can go a long way in mobilizing efforts and pushing that change into reality. So that's my point of view today, man. Don't think I have too much other stuff to say politically. But what's going on in Texas, I think that's fixable. I think that's very fixable. So that's pretty much what I gotta say, man. My name is BDL44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.